The internet now is overrun with images of child sexual abuse, and we may ask ourselves what went wrong.
In this problem, as the internet has become more pervasive, I'm just glad to see ChildFund taking the lead on this.
How could ChildFund continue to give voice to these vulnerable children through policy advocacies? And how can we revisit strategies that are more effective in this time of context?
So today, let's hear from our peers what they are doing to combat OSEC.
I've shared a visual from the New York Times that I think really captures the enormity and exponential growth of OSEC over the past 2 decades. In the first part, you can see in 1998, there were 3,000 reports of child sexual abuse imagery, and each of the red dots that you're seeing represents 100 reports. By 2008, this number had jumped to 100,000. And by 2014, that number had jumped to 1 million for the first time. By 2018, that number had jumped to 18.4 million, which is more than 1/3 of the total number ever reported. And unfortunately, last year we saw a similar jump to 16.9 million reports featuring 69.1 million videos, images, and files. And unfortunately, due to COVID-19, we expect another increase as it has exacerbated risk factors faced by children.
ChildFund is promoting a comprehensive response in Ecuador. The first one is policy and governance. In this component, ChildFund has influenced to decision makers to design laws and public policy to prevent and respond to online violence against children. The second one is the societal component, mainly focused on raising awareness of children, parents, and teachers about the risks on internet through the use of educational material and gamification. And also the design of the first hotline to report child sexual abuse content. Criminal justice is the last component we are addressing through the establishment of protocols for the hotline operation.
So our initiative here in ChildFund Philippines against OSEC is focused on legislative advocacy and the engagement with industry, civil society, and the media. Our goal is to garner the political will of targeted policymakers to make a commitment to collect data that demonstrates the harm, risk, and vulnerability factors and extent of OSEC to inform and measure policy and increase the visibility and ethical coverage of OSEC in public discourse. We partnered with the Child Rights Network here in the Philippines. We have launched the #ShutdownOSEC campaign on February 11. We strategically chose the date as February 11 is also the Safer Internet Day. Children participated in the development of key messages and of our advocacy and communication campaign plan. We also commissioned a public relations agency to measure the impact of our campaign, and among their assessment, revealed that overall ChildFund and Child Rights Network led the volume of post-engagement for OSEC-related campaign posting in comparison to other partner organizations. Then another gain is the House of Representatives here in the Philippines filed 3 bills in response to our Shutdown OSEC campaign, and 1 Senate bill as well. And government officials, public figures, civil society networks, members of the private sector, including Facebook, Globe Telecom, Twitter, and celebrities became anti-OSEC champions as well as a result of our campaign. And then $100,000 worth of social media boost was awarded by Twitter. So this is another indicator of the success of the campaign. That's one of the biggest gains of what we're doing against OSEC.
I think part of the reason ChildFund is very well positioned is that the perpetrators of this violence, it doesn't stay within the confines of a single country. These images spread globally and very quickly. And us being positioned in 4 different regions of the world, I think gives us a good way to look at these issues because they are very connected. And while we make policy progress in one country, if we don't make policy progress in all of our countries, these images will continue to spread. So it's highly systemic, and we really need to lean on the support of others to get it right.